Disclaimer, this video is for those who are truly committed to becoming wealthy in the next 5 years, prioritizing financial freedom and building wealth. If you're looking for excuses to avoid financial success, this video definitely isn't for you. Here's the plan. First, I'll break down all the costs involved in buying a car. Financing costs, maintenance, insurance, and more. Next, I'll share 4 strategies to help you determine how much car you can actually afford, using some practical math to make it clear. And by the end of this video, you have the knowledge to make a smarter, more financially sound decision when purchasing a car. Before we dive into the math, let me clarify something. Maybe you can't afford a Tesla Cybertruck right now, but sacrifices today lead to everything you want tomorrow. When I started, I couldn't afford any car, and my dream was to buy a Porsche Panamera. And now, I can. Today, I could buy more than just one Porsche Panamera, and yet I don't. Why? Because my car serves only to make my day easier. I don't need to buy a fancy car to show off. Besides, that kind of car would only cause headaches. I would worry too much about it. I want to stay focused on what truly matters to me, and it's not things money can buy. It's my family, my purpose, and my faith. And with that said, let's dive into the video. And if you enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment so we can exchange experiences. I want to follow your progress. Oh, and before we start, it's important to mention that in 2024, the average price of a new car in the US is about $400, while a used car averages around $25,328. And I'm sure you can find ways to make it even cheaper. Okay, the first math we need to do is the financing costs. Why? Because over 80% of new cars had financing, a figure that has remained relatively stable in the past 3 years. The average auto loan term is 68.5 months for new cars and 67.4 months for used cars. And that's like 5 years and some months. And let's suppose that you don't have a horrible credit score and not a great one too. You're in the middle. Your average APR is like 9.36%. I'll put the complete chart on the screen so you can see it. And next, we have the full cost. And okay, this depends a lot on what car you decide to buy. But in 2024, the average full cost for vehicles in the US is based on several factors, including average full prices and driving patterns also. The average annual full cost is estimated to be around $1,300. This estimate is based on assumptions that drivers travel about 15,000 miles per year, with approximately 55% of driving done in the city and 45% on the highway. The average full price considered for these calculations is about $3.24 per gallon for regular unleaded gasoline. And then insurance. It depends on your income and other factors also. Drivers in Louisiana have the highest true cost of car insurance, with an average annual premium of $3,618, which accounts for 6.53% of their household income. Florida and Michigan follow in the true cost ranking, with 5.69% and 5.01% of their household income going toward car insurance, respectively. On the other hand, drivers in Massachusetts enjoy the nation's lowest true cost of car insurance, while the average insurance premium in Massachusetts isn't the cheapest at $1,665 per year for full coverage. And considering the state's median income of $94,488, drivers in the Bay State pay only 1.76% of their annual income toward car insurance. Nationally, the average cost of full coverage car insurance rose to $2,543 in 2024, reflecting an increase of 26% over the previous year. That's approximately $211 per month. And there's also registration. Every state requires vehicles to have a registration plate. We call it a license plate. And a title, which proves ownership. Registration fees can differ significantly. Some states charge a flat fee, while others base the cost on factors like vehicle weight or MSRP. For instance, Oregon has the highest registration fees, ranging from $268 to $636 for new vehicles and $122 to $306 for renewals. Florida follows with a one-time fee of $225 for new vehicles, plus additional charges based on weight. In contrast, Arizona boasts the lowest registration fee at only $8, although it adds a $32 public safety fee. In most states, registration is required annually, meaning you will need to renew your registration each year, although some states may offer longer renewal periods for certain vehicles. To get the complete picture of registration and title fees for each state, it's best to check your local DMV or state transportation agency's website for specific costs and any extra charges. The sixth cost is maintenance and repairs. Okay, that's not even possible to calculate because each car will have a cost, but you need to build an emergency fund to cover this kind of thing and get it into your head that a used car, a Toyota and a Porsche will definitely not have the same repair cost. Think about that. And every car also suffers with depreciation. The average car depreciation rate in the US is approximately 50.2% over 5 years. This means that a vehicle will typically lose about 20% of its value in the first year, followed by a loss of roughly 15% per year for the subsequent 4 years. And as a result, after 5 years, a car that was purchased for $40,000 would be worth about $16,000, and a $30,000 car would drop to about $12,000. This depreciation can vary based on several factors, including the brand, type of vehicle, mileage, market demand. Now, I'll cover 4 strategies that you can use to calculate how much car you can afford with your income. First up, 20% is the down payment. When you're looking to buy, aim to put down at least 20% of the car's price. This helps keep your loan manageable and protects you from owning more than the car is worth. Plus, it can lead to better financing options and lower monthly payments. Next, we have the 3-year loan term. Try to keep your loan term to 3 years or even shorter. This means you pay off your car faster and save money on interest. The shorter the loan, the less you pay in the long run, and you build equity in your car much quicker. Finally, your monthly car payment should be no more than 8% of your gross monthly income. This is super important. It keeps your payments within a budget that won't stretch you too thin financially. You want to enjoy your new ride without feeling financially strapped. And alright, let's break down the 23-8 rule with a couple of examples that are easy to understand and apply to your car buying decisions. First up, let's say you're looking at a car that costs $30,000. Here's how this rule comes into play. You should aim to put down 20% of that price. So what does that look like? 20% of $30,000 is $6,000. That means you'll be financing $24,000. Now, let's keep that loan term to around 3 years. With an average interest rate of about 9.36%, your monthly payment would be roughly $770.15. Here's the kicker. Your monthly car payment shouldn't exceed 8% of your gross monthly income. To afford that payment comfortably, you'd need to be making about $9,627 a month. Now, let's say you've got your eyes on something a bit fancier, maybe a $40,000 ride. Here's how that plays out. Again, let's stick to that 20% down payment. For a $40,000 car, that's $8,000 down. You'll be financing paying $32,000 and keeping it to a 3-year loan term with that same 9.36% interest rate, your monthly payment will be about $1,035.51. Now, to comfortably cover this payment, you want to ensure it's no more than 8% of your income. Don't forget about that. For this car, that means you'd need a gross monthly income of around $12,944. The second strategy is the rule of 8%. Spend no more than 8% for transport per year. Let's break down the 8% rule with two easy examples to show you how it works in practice. And let's say your annual income is $50,000. To find out how much you should spend on transportation, calculate 8% of your gross income. So you would do $50,000 multiplied by 0.08. That is 8%. That gives you $4,000 for the entire year. If you divide that annual budget by 12 months, you'd get about $333 each month to spend on car payments, insurance, gas, and maintenance. Now, let's look at a slightly different scenario. Suppose your annual income is $80,000. Using the same approach, calculate 8% of your income by doing 80,000 multiplied by 0.08. That results in $6,400 for the year. If you break that down by 12 months, you have about $533 each month for transportation expenses. Now we have the 20-4-10 rule. This rule suggests that you should aim for a 20% down payment, a 4-year loan, and keep your monthly car payment 10% of your gross income. Let's say you earn $60,000 a year. If you're looking at a car that costs $30,000, you'd want to put down 20% as a down payment. So that's $30,000 multiplied by 0.20, which equals to $6,000. Now, with the remaining $24,000 to finance, you'd take out a loan for 4 years, and assuming average interest rate of about 9.36%, your monthly payment will be approximately $600. To stay within the 10% rule, your monthly car payment should be no more than $500. $600 is above that. You might need to consider a less expensive car or save money for the down payment to get that monthly payment down. Now, let's check another scenario. Suppose your annual income is $80,000. If you are aiming for a car that costs $40,000, you want to put down 20%. That's $40,000 multiplied by 0.2, which gives you an $8,000 down payment. With the remaining $32,000 financed over 4 years and using the same average interest rate of 9.36, your monthly payment would be around $800. According to the 10% rule, you can spend up to $667 per month. Since $800 exceeds that amount, you'd want to consider either lowering the car price or increasing your down payment to keep your payments manageable. Okay, maybe at this point you may be thinking, oh my god, but I don't have this money. So there's 3 things you can do. The first one is simply don't buy a car right now and wait for a higher income. But maybe you really need a car because your commuting is insane and your city doesn't provide good public transportation. So the second is buying a cheap used car. In 2024, average price of a new car in the US is about $48,400. Meanwhile, the average price for a used car is around $25,328, and I'm sure you can make it cheaper. The third is to buy in cash. Yes, because in this case, you will even save on car loan fees, and it's a good option. So we have the conclusion. As we wrap up today, remember that understanding your finances is key when buying a car. We've covered some useful guidelines like the 8% rule and the 20-4-10 rule. These rules are here to help you stay on budget and avoid financial stress. Planning is crucial. Think about your down payment, choose a manageable loan term, and make sure ensure your monthly payments fit within your income. This way, you can enjoy driving your new car without financial worry. Also, owning a car involves more than just the purchase price. Don't forget ongoing costs like insurance, gas, and maintenance. For those with long commutes, factors like comfort and fuel efficiency become really important. A reliable car can significantly enhance your daily driving experience. If you're not ready to buy your dream car just yet, be patient. Whether that means saving up or considering a used vehicle, each option can lead you toward a more secure financial future. Take the time to evaluate your situation, make informed choices, and believe in yourself. With focus and discipline, you'll not only get the car you want, but also set yourself for long-term success. Thanks for watching, and if you found this video helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share thoughts in the comments. I'm excited to hear about your progress on the journey to financial freedom. See you